I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Omix-ADA Fender Flare Replacement Kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs. These are going to be factory replacement fender flares for your JK, and they are available in the kit you see here with all 4 pieces. Of course, I only have 2 on the table today, and they're also available as individual pieces. So if you simply break a flare, you can pick up a replacement and you're good to go without needing to purchase all 4 of them. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this Fender Flare kit, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches because these are designed to go right in place of your factory flares. We're also going to talk about the construction and a few of the features of these flares. These OE replacement fender flares are going to be for those of you who either have faded fender flares and are looking to swap them out, have broken a few flares and want a whole new set so they all match, or maybe you have aftermarket flares on your Jeep currently and you're looking to go back to factory. There are a couple of different reasons that you would want these, but if you are looking for an OE style set of fender flares, these are going to be drastically less expensive than a brand new set right from Jeep, and they look and function just like factory. That being said, there are a lot of people that go to aftermarket fender flares, often soon after they purchase a Jeep, and have a brand new set of OE fender flares laying around, so you might be able to pick up a set of those inexpensively. But if you're not interested in shopping around and buying secondhand, this is a really nice way to go, all while saving money over buying them directly from Jeep. Like I've said a couple of times now, these are OE replacement flares. You look at them, you pick them up, you feel them, they look, feel just like a set of factory flares. So whether you're replacing 1 or all 4, these are going to make your Jeep look just like factory. You're going to get a factory amount of tire coverage. These do work with your factory light that is in the factory fender. They work with all factory hardware, although there is no hardware included with this kit. And when you remove whatever factory flares you have on your Jeep, you're probably going to break a lot of those plastic clips. So I would recommend picking up a hardware package, especially if you are replacing aftermarket fender flares. Obviously, you're not going to have any of that factory hardware to bolt these on with. So again, I would recommend picking up a set of hardware. Omix does offer that as well through the ExtremeTerrain.com website for around $50. So getting to installation, as I said before, this is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench installation, although you will want to give yourself probably 2 to 3 hours to get this done because it can take a little bit of time. The first step in getting these installed is of course removing whatever fender flares you currently have on the Jeep, and if those are factory flares, all you'll have to do is make sure that you remove your wire and wiring harness from the marker light that's in the factory flare, remove a couple of bolts, and then really just give the flares a tug. You are going to break a lot of the plastic clips that hold those factory flares in place, but there isn't a good way of removing the flares without breaking those clips. I would recommend just pulling them off. You're gonna break some clips, get rid of the remnants of those clips, and then purchase new ones from Omix to get these installed. So once you have everything taken apart, you'll go ahead and reinstall these with that hardware kit that you'll have to purchase separately by inserting those clips into the flares and then pushing the flares into the body of the Jeep. Again, it's going to align with all of the factory holes. It's going to be able to be used with your factory inner fender liners if you have them. It's going to use that factory light, which you are going to have to attach before you get the front flares installed on the Jeep. But overall, because these are a factory replacement piece, the installation is very, very simple. All you'll need are some traditional hand tools. I would recommend having a trim tool handy so that you can pop the remnants of those plastic clips out of the metal fender without damaging the paint. But other than that, this is going to be an easy install. These flares are significantly less expensive than a lot of the aftermarket flares on the market, and especially a set of brand new OE flares from Jeep. And if you're replacing your factory flares because they're cracked, faded, or you just want to replace them with new ones, if you're going back to stock, whatever the circumstances are, I would definitely recommend taking a look at these. They fit good, they're molded really well, and the best part about it, I've said it a million times, these look factory. These will bring your Jeep back to that factory look. So if you're not interested in spending a ton of money on an aftermarket set of flares, you don't like the look of the either bulky flares, the pocket flares, the flat flares, you don't need additional coverage from wide flares, you just want factory, this is a great option and it'll save you a lot of money over going directly to Jeep. So if you're looking to replace the fender flares on your Jeep, whether they be aftermarket or original, with a set of OE replacement flares, these are a great option that will install easily and save you some money. So that's my review of the Omix-ADA Fender Flare Replacement Kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.